Okay, so one time I was dominated by members of the same species, and I was cool with it, and I'll tell you why, right? Because this homeless person on BART was wrapped in a blanket. His hair was all disheveled more than mine, right? Because I didn't comb it, obviously. And he ran into his homeboys, and they were like, "Oh man, what's up?" Like, oh, and he didn't want to go over there, right? So while they're trying to convey the message that it's all cool and everything and be supportive, they want to be supportive, right? I'm seeing this and I'm like, because you can't look any different direction. It's a straight train sitting in the back, right? And I'm not looking at them, but I'm noticing that this is a moment that is like significant then, right? So they were like, "What's up, man?" Because they, want to know if I'm the Fed, right? And they want to, welcome him back into the fold, even if they, just go hang out for a moment and take him to a spot, a taqueria, then give him some dough, right? And then say later, and they get to reminisce. Is very important, crucial. So for that moment, right, it is like super deadly, like serious as long as you keep moving. No big deal. Of course, it's no big deal. The fuck? You're the Fed. Who actually is not interested in people changing the direction of their life for the better? Who couldn't possibly have any interest when you're not all you're doing is selling dope hardcore to this inner cities? That would put a Uzi in the hand of a 16-year-old, and now you're being responsible for a zone of cream. That's what they know to be responsible. I mean, that they got to hold it down. That's what relates to them. And when you're a certain young age. So, like there's people that get sold to fake death, and they want to join up a ridiculous age, 25, to be in a gang, an Ingle weird thing. Or it's not. I mean, they don't get shot at. Right? It was like they'll get killed because they're hanging out with somebody that was targeted, and just so happens that they might have put out some energy or something like that. But they don't really go for them. They're going for whoever it is that's picking on the most sensitive one that's going to be the boss, right? The reason it's sensitive is because everybody have a go at him. It's like to keep the industry satisfied, keep the music industry satisfied, they needed a contention. We don't have no interest in being contentious bickering, right? They even for a moment then when they were coming up, then they perpetuated it, but then they also realized that it was ludicrous and they wanted to cut it out and give them a break then. Let them go back on their fucking self then, for one. Right? You're being dominated. It's a significant moment. Just let it happen. No big deal. Keep it moving through. Keep it moving. Because who has any issues with people squashing beef? He's like, you need to be entertained by an ambulance to break out of the monotony of the narrative that every day being sold is that you got to be afraid of each other. Mic drop.